I'm so glad you're here. The fact that you hit play on this workout means that you are making yourself a priority, and I know your time is precious. It's no small thing to set aside time to work out and take care of yourself. So let's get started right away. Find yourself in a comfortable seat. This is a good moment to just take a self-assessment. Notice what you're feeling in your body and know that this is our time to work out any of the sticky spots that you might be feeling. So let's just start with a nice side body stretch, just nice and easy. Starting to breathe in a little deeper with every inhale, and with every exhale, just focus on completely letting go of anything that might be holding you back in this moment. And just give yourself that permission to lean into whatever you need right now. So you might need a little bit more gentle stretching and gentle work, or you might be ready to hit it really hard. We're going to give you the opportunity to do all of the above. I've got some dumbbells here. It's a very simple routine today. We're going to be working on a lot of hamstring and glute work and some pushing movements. So we'll be able to do everything with either body weight or with dumbbells. So if you've got some weights, make sure they're handy. Don't worry too much about the weights, but I will encourage you to go a little bit heavy. So if you've got some heavy ones handy, that would be awesome. All right, let's come into hands and knees position. Hopefully you had a chance to get loosened up there on your seat. We're going to continue to get loose by sliding back, getting into a nice deep hip flexion, and then sliding back forward. So just, again, connecting with your breath, inhaling on the way forward, exhaling as you glide back. Notice any sticky spots if you need to wiggle those out. And then let's pause here at the top, and we're going to sweep one arm up towards the ceiling. Really push down into your supporting arm to get lots of length, and then reach all the way through and under. So we're really warming up and wringing out the torso and the upper back and shoulders. So just finding a little bit more range, maybe a little bit more freedom of movement with every rep. Let's go ahead and do that on the other side. Big reach, press down into the supporting arm and thread the needle under. Big breath in and big exhale. I love how workouts can be sort of like a metaphor for life. Like every workout is a fresh new beginning, just like a fresh day. So you get to choose how you approach it, you get to take on the challenges, and then you get to wipe the slate clean on the next one. So let's rock forward and back. As you rock forward, think about squeezing your glute a little bit on the back leg. That's going to help lengthen out your hip flexor. And then let's hold here at the top and reach our arm up and over. And then maybe sweep and look behind you. We're just looking again for length in the body. Starting to get the muscles a little bit warm. Other side, rock forward. And shift it back. We all make different shapes when we stretch and warm up. And so just know whatever your body can do is awesome. We don't have to look the same when we're stretching and moving. You just go with what your body feels good doing. If you ever feel pain during a workout, please stop. Take a break. There's always an alternative, and I'll be offering some of those alternatives and modifications to you today. So let's come back down. We're going to come into this quad position again. Hands over under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Reach one leg out. And we're just going to start to lift our leg, focusing on our glute. So we're starting to activate the muscles now. We've kind of loosened up. Now we want to wake up the muscles that we'll be working in the workout. So let's do about 8 to 10 leg lifts. Notice if your torso wants to bend as you lift. We want to keep our ribs pulling up and away from the floor. Let's go to the other side as we practice that. So pulling up and away, putting all the movement right at the hip. So if you notice that you're getting a little back bendy, reset, maybe make the leg lift a little bit smaller if that's the case. Okay, going back to the original side, let's lift that leg up and hold, and we're going to just lower towards the floor. It's like you're about to kiss the earth between your hands. Let's do 4. Starting to warm up and activate the chest, and then go to the other side. So lift that leg, hold. Engage your glute, engage your hamstring, and last one like that. Okay, Flipping over to our back, we can kind of shake out the wrists, relax the shoulders. Let's take a break there, and we'll start to work on our hamstrings a bit. So let the arms just rest, start to push into your feet, and raise your hips off the ground. So notice if your heels want to lift. If you are unable to keep your heels on the ground, just adjust your foot placement and make sure you can drive all the way through the heel so you can feel your glutes and hamstrings fire up. So let's do a couple more like that. Just paying attention again to what we're feeling. And if you want to get a little bit more total body movement, just start flowing those arms. Again, getting the blood flowing, getting our heart rate up a little bit, and just getting all of our joints moving. That's what our warm-up is all about. Okay, so let's hug a knee in, take a little breather. We're about to do a little personal assessment. No stress. If this is day 1 for you, or day 101, or day 1,000,001, we can take inventory of how you're doing in this present moment. It's a snapshot in time. We're going to do a push-up assessment. So get into position for a push-up. Whatever your push-up looks like, that's your best push-up. So maybe you're on your knees with your hips dropped in line with your shoulders and your knees. Maybe you're all the way in a full plank. Let's just take about 30 seconds right now to do as many push-ups as we can. Again, knowing that there's no pressure. We're just taking a self-assessment. So this gives you an opportunity to just see, how am I doing today? Can I do this exercise? If you're doing amazing at it, awesome, celebrate it. If it's really hard and you're struggling to get through even 1 rep, that's okay. That gives you information, right? So you have information, feel free to take a break, to use, and you can measure as you get stronger, and you can keep coming back to these workouts and keep building strength. And then pretty soon you'll be doing your push-ups and you'll be like, wow, I'm doing so much better. So that's all that's about. Okay, so we're gonna now stretch out the chest, reach your arms out wide. Your nose is gonna be pointing straight down towards the floor. Lift a leg up, and we're gonna twist and rock that toe around towards the other side of your mat. And let's go to the other side. If your toe doesn't reach all the way to the floor, that's okay. This should feel like a pretty deep stretch in the chest. And then we're opening up the front side of the body. So if you're like a lot of people and spending a lot of time at a desk or in the car, the front side of our body gets really closed off and very tight. And so doing movements like this that just kind of reset, open everything up, can be so restorative and so good. So let's do one more. Boom. Okay, getting into a little bit of a core warm-up. We're going to do a little side planking here. So reaching your arm up, we're going to shift over and stretch. So finding a side plank, maybe this leg lifts, maybe not. We're just going to go 4 times, side to side. Again, letting this be a time to just play and get our blood flowing. Nothing's too serious here. We're just having fun being in our bodies, right? Okay. Same thing on the other side. Reset. Take a little flow. Lengthening out your tissues, making more space for your breath. Just making more space to bring in whatever goodness you want to bring in for the rest of your day. Oh, yeah. And let's make our way into a plank position now. We'll walk our hands back, rise up to standing, roll your shoulders down and back, and we'll start to work on a little bit of balance work. So side view, I like to sort of bounce on the leg that's going to be balancing, just to kind of put that leg on notice. And we're going to start to reach for your opposite toes. So I'm alternating sides. It helps to look at something that's not moving rather than trying to look over to the side like I am. So forgive my balance wobbles, but that's okay. If you're wobbling too, that's actually part of the experience. It's all good. 3 and 2. Let's make this our last one. Boom. All right. Shake those arms out. That was definitely a little wobbly for me. Let's just finish off with a little quick footwork. Going side to side. We'll make our way all the way down And all the way back, and then pause for a quick stretch, more balance work. Other leg. And one more time. All the way down. And all the way back. So taking another quick balance stretch. And this is a great moment to grab a sip of water. If there's anything in your body that's showing up through that warm up where you're like, wow, I don't feel ready, my shoulder's achy, or my hips or my back feel really tight, it's a great moment to pause and take care of that. Do some extra stretches that you might need, and then come back and we'll get started with our strength workout. For our strength portion, we'll be doing 3 rounds of 6 exercises. I'll set a timer. We'll do each exercise for 30 seconds, and we'll have a 30-second break in between to transition to the next exercise and catch our breath. So join me on the floor. We'll be starting in 10 seconds. Our first exercise is a glute bridge. So I'm going to be using one single heavy weight across my hips, but you're welcome to do this exercise with body weight alone like we did in the warm-up. Here we go. Make sure your knees, hips, and toes are all in line. If you're using a weight, you can just balance it right across your hips. Drive your hip bones to the sky. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Give yourself that moment to just pause briefly and make sure that you're really able to hold that top position. Make sure you're putting even pressure into both feet and really give the glutes a squeeze. By now, your hamstrings should be feeling this. Oh, beautiful. Saved by the bell. Okay, our next exercise is going to be either a chest press or a push-up. So if you do not have weights, you're gonna go back to the push-up and we'll do another 30-second challenge there, whatever you have in you. I'm gonna show the first round with the chest press. So coming onto our back, same position as the glute bridge, knees can be bent. You'll start with your weights just right over your shoulders, and then we'll open up. Here we go. Timer's about to start, 30 seconds now. So imagine you're pulling those weights apart, gently tap the floor with your elbow, and then press all the way up. One of the questions I get is what hand position you should be in. Should your weights be straight across or facing each other? And I always say, go with what's comfortable for you. My position that I'm most comfortable with is a slight angle. So it just feels like my natural anatomical position. So when I'm looking up at my weights, it sort of looks like an upside down V. Okay, that's our 30-second bell. All right, we're coming up onto our feet now. I'm going to keep these same weights for this next one. We'll be doing a single leg RDL. So this is like the one we practiced. Here we go. This is your demo. The timer starts in 12 seconds, but just be prepared. You want to pinch your shoulder blades together, ribs down, chin down. If you want to, you can absolutely practice this with body weight alone. That works great. But if not, we're going to do 30 seconds on one leg and then 30 seconds on the other leg. So we'll be here for a little bit. When we hear that bell, we're going to go straight to the other leg, no rest. So your leg that's reaching up in the air is technically resting right now. We have 9 more seconds on this leg, guys. Stay with me, stay with me. If you need to, you can absolutely tap your back toe down like a little kickstand. Okay, that was our bell. Let's go to the other leg. Inhale, reach that leg back. Exhale, drive your hips forward. You really want to feel this in the hamstring and glute of the standing leg. Double check your shoulders. Make sure they're not slouching. It's like you're pinching a little invisible Nerf ball between your shoulder blades. 5 more seconds here, you guys. Stay with me, you got this. Oh yeah. Okay, weights down. We need to take a break from the weights. We're going to do a side plank variation again. This time, let's come to our elbow. Bottom knee can be down. Ribs are pulling up and away from the floor. Top hand is here or here. We're gonna do a 30-second leg lift. So set up with me. Well, take a little break. We've got 5 more seconds. What am I doing down there? Okay, here we go. Little leg lifts. So this one will create a lot of fire in this outer hip, your glute medius, on both legs. So for me, I actually feel the fire more in my bottom supporting leg. So as you go, make sure you're staying tall through this supporting arm, shoulder. Make sure your neck is staying long and your ribs are pulling up and away from the floor. If you start to get a little bit tired, you can always rest that top leg. Okay, we're gonna take a little pause. I think maybe just a 15-second pause. So get ready. We're gonna set up for that same exercise on the other side. Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Ah! Oh my gosh. Little extra rest there. So little leg lifts. Again, super strong through that shoulder. Ribs are pulling up nice and tight. It's like your bottom knee is pushing the ground away. Like push your bottom knee down into the floor. Oh yeah, I'm feeling this for sure. Stay with me. Okay. Well, there's good news and bad news. Our lower body gets to rest for the next one. Bad news is our upper body is going to work really hard. We've got tricep presses, okay? I'm going to show you a variation of a tricep press. So that grabs some medium heavy weights. This is the variation we're going to do. We're going to reach our elbows down to our sides and then press straight up. For this one, I do want your palms facing each other. So here comes the bell. 2, 1, 30 seconds. Let's go. So press up, inhale down, exhale, press. You got this. So we do want to keep those arms very parallel the whole time. Oh yeah. Are you feeling this with me? My weights are pretty heavy. So if your weights feel heavy right now, just do whatever you can to stay with it. If your weights don't feel as heavy, try slowing down the downward part of the movement. That'll make it feel a little bit more challenging. Okay, next one, shoulders and core. I'll show you the demo, and then the countdown timer will begin. So demo is here. We're gonna start in a plank. We're gonna go into a downward dog, and then we're gonna cross our knee. So we'll spend 30 seconds alternating sides. Okay, ready? In 4, 3, find your plank, 2, 1. Okay, downward dog, and then cross. Now on this one, it's tempting to go fast and make it almost like a mountain climber, but I urge you to use control and kind of slow it down, make it almost a little awkward so that you really feel that crunch as you pull your knee towards your opposite elbow. You've got 7 more seconds. Stay with me. You got this. Woo! Cross. Okay. So this is our break. I'm going to pause our timer here. So great time to assess how that first round went. Grab some water. And while you're doing that, think about your weight selection. Think about the exercises in your form. What are some areas that you could fine tune or tweak a little bit? Did you need different weights for anything? Or do you feel like that was a really satisfying round and you want to stay with that, work through that for the rest of the workout? We have 2 more rounds to go. And I'm going to be showing you a couple of other challenge options. So let's get in position. I'll give us our 26 seconds to get ready for our glute bridges and show you the challenge option that I've got. So first round, we were doing regular 1 count up, 1 count down glute bridges. Let's try on this round to do a 1.5. So it would be all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, all the way down. You with me? Let's go in 2, 1, here we go. All the way up, halfway down. So you have to keep those glutes on the whole time. And if your weight doesn't feel very heavy, you're welcome to grab a second weight. You can set 2 weights across your hips, no problem. So don't leave anything on the table. We've got 5 more seconds on this exercise. Oh yeah. Okay, chest press or push-ups. I'm gonna show you the push-up variation first. Same principle that you can apply to the chest press. So earlier we did our self-assessment. So find your best push-up that you can do for 30 seconds. And we're gonna find 3 places to pause. So find that plank. I'm gonna go on my knees to begin. We're gonna go down for third, down for the second third, all the way down, all the way up. Okay? I'm going to start here and do as many as I can in a full plank. If I start to get tired and the bell hasn't rung yet, I'm just going to go to my knees. So if you've got your weights, start with your arms all the way up, and then stop when you're a third of the way down and another third of the way down, and then finally go all the way. So this is just a way to kind of find if there's some weak spots and make sure that we're feeling challenged throughout the entire exercise. All right? So next one, we've got our single leg RDLs. Grab your heavy weights, pinch your shoulder blades together, choose a standing leg. I'm going to face you this time so that you can see the front view. Give that standing leg a bounce. We still have 10 seconds. What are we doing? I could get a sip of water. So remember, this is the one we want to engage that back leg, reach our heel away, and then drive our hip forward. Okay, 30 seconds. Let's go. One question I get on this a lot is how low should I go? And my answer is go as low as you can to feel your hamstring working. So you don't need to bring the weights all the way to the floor to do that. And in fact, a lot of the time, getting too focused on lowering the weights causes people to start rounding their back. So just notice, I'll go side view this time. We're going straight to the other leg. Just notice, I'm going to do one bad rep. If you're starting to reach your weights towards the floor and it's causing your shoulders to round, we definitely want to avoid that. So pay attention. Form, form, form. Woo! This is definitely my wobbly side. 4 more seconds. If you feel like that transition, like it was for me, I feel like the transition took me a second. So I'm going to do a bonus rep on that side. Okay, side plank. Here we go. This time we're going to do a little change. If you want to go into your full side plank, go for it. And we're going to tap our toe forward and back. This still works with your knee down. So just challenge options for you. We are starting in 2, 1. Here we go. Let's do it. So tapping forward and back. Side planks are an exercise that never seem to get easier. So if you feel like this exercise just feels impossible, choose any variation, even here, just holding. Choose any variation that you can do for 30 seconds and feel challenged. And if it's 20 seconds or 15 seconds or even 5, and that's a challenge for you today, celebrate it. You did it. You're going to keep getting stronger. Okay, other side. Here we go. This is where we're going to bump the timer forward if my finger can do it. Ready? Set up. And go. Did it first try. Okay. Forward and back. Now I feel like I'm going to kick it. All right. So again, whatever you've got, just make sure shoulder is feeling strong, neck is long, ribs are pulling up away from the floor. Do your best reps. Whatever you've got for 30 seconds. This is it. Getting close. Woo! Okay, triceps. Let's come onto our back. I'll lift this back up. Okay. So we had our option 1, which truly felt very challenging for me. Option 2 is to do an extension with our upper arm staying vertical from the floor. So choose your challenge, do a little test rep, see how you feel. You can always change your mind halfway through. I'm going to start here, knowing that this is a really heavy weight for me with this exercise. Ugh. Whatever you got. So watch the upper arm. Make sure they're staying parallel. If they're fanning out to the side, you might go back to this variation here. This is always good. So stay with me. Ugh, perfect. Okay. Plank. We've got our plank, downward dog with our knee cross. Okay, this time I'm going to add an element for you. In the downward dog, adding an overhead push-up, and then cross, cross. So plank, overhead push-up, cross, cross, okay? We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Overhead push-up, cross, cross. Downward dog, bend those elbows. It's like you're just trying to tap the crown of your head to the floor. But of course, be careful not to hurt yourself. You have to move slow and controlled. Oh yeah, I'm sweating. Definitely sweating. 2 and 1. Woo! Okay, home stretch. Grab some water. Reassess. This is our 3rd and final round. You're doing awesome. So we've got the same 6 exercises. Again, I'm going to throw a few challenge options at you. You do you. You choose your challenge that's right for you and your body. I'm going to grab 2 weights for my final set of glute bridges. So we've got the option of doing our singles or doing the 1.5. So 30 seconds has already started. Join me. When I have the 2 weights, I do like to kind of hold them vertical like this. It just feels a little bit easier to keep them balanced. So whatever your system is that works, throw that resistance on. Trust your body. Trust yourself. Take that bet on yourself. You can do it. Okay. I did push-ups last time. I'm going to finish off showing that 3-point press on my back with the dumbbells. So choose your challenge with that, push-ups or chest presses. And again, if you're doing them with the chest press, it's down a third, down all the way, then press. So we're starting in 3. I'm just getting some bonus reps in. Ready? And go. Oh, my timer ran out. Poor planning. I have too many sets. That's okay. I've got a clock that I can see on the wall. So I'm timing you. You do your reps. Yeah. And 3, 2, last one. If you're mid-rep, finish it up. Come on up. Yeah, I need to reprogram this for more reps. So, get ready. We're doing our single leg RDLs. We're just gonna go for it. We've got 5 seconds to get into position. Choose your starting leg. Pinch those shoulder blades down and back. Ribs are tight. Here we go. Hinge and drive your hip forward. Hinge at the hip. Trusting that leg. Remember, it's fine especially if you're getting tired, it's absolutely fine to kickstand that back leg down to the floor behind you. So do the one that honors your body in this moment in time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, other leg, go straight to it. Inhale down, exhale, drive your hip forward. You've got this. Last 30 seconds on this exercise, and we only have about 15 to go. So stay with it. Focus on your best form. Send some love and gratitude to your body right now. You've really gotten so far with this workout. Woo! Okay. Let's come on to our side plank. So any variation, again, that's right for you, even if it's a 30-second hold here. I'm going to do a side plank crunch this time. So bringing my top elbow towards my top knee. This works with bottom knee down or in a full side plank. So get ready, choose your challenge. You got this, 30 seconds per side. Here we go. I'm like, is this thing on? Yep. I'm truly just a one-woman show. I just do this on my own. I love to create workouts that serve others. I work with clients one-on-one, and I learn a lot about what helps people. And so I love to just create workouts that work. But I don't have a crew or anybody here helping me. It's just me and my pups. All right, other side. Let's take a moment to transition. I'll bring this over here so I can quickly hit go. So catch your breath, reset. Whichever choice you made for that side, let's repeat it on this side. Ready? And go. Pull and reach. Or in your full side plank. You got this. You're in the home stretch of this workout, I promise, and you're gonna feel so proud. So even if you need an extra break, or you're just doing the best you can, whatever that looks like today, you might be slaying it. Whatever it feels like for you is perfect. You're here and you showed up. That's all that matters. Okay, final round for our triceps. Building those gorgeous triceps. I'm gonna introduce the combination this time. So we've practiced our little elbow taps and we've practiced our extensions. So I'm going to alternate this time. Tap, hold, and then your press. So some people call this one a skull crusher. However you want to think about that one, let's go. 30-second challenge. You got this. Inhale, make sure you keep breathing. I'm definitely sweating. So if you're sweating, I am right there with you. For sure. Oh yeah, tap it down and press. Tap it down. You got this. If your arms are getting so tired, just hold your weights in place. Whatever you can, just don't quit before the bell. Woo! Okay. Final 30. You got this. Okay, let's go back to our plank hinge. You can add the overhead push-up or not. Cross that knee, get your core working, okay? We've got a few seconds. Shake out those arms. I know my triceps are tired. We're going in about 5 seconds. You got this. I'm so proud of you making it this far. All right, ready? In position, let's go. Get that overhead work. And cross, cross. Hinge it back, and cross, and cross. You got this. Cross, 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 cross. Almost there. 10 more seconds. Use your breath on that cross. Really engage the core with your exhale. Boom! Okay. So good. So good. All right, shake those arms out. You might be ready for some stretching. Don't worry, we will stretch. But we've got a quick finisher to do. So grab a quick sip of water. I'm gonna clear some space. We're just gonna do a super quick set. So hydrate. I'm gonna show you what we'll be up to. First exercise. We're going back to that single leg hinge. It reminds us of our RDL, but we're gonna turn it into a jump. So we're gonna reach our leg behind and then use the power of our hips to launch off the floor. If jumping's not for you, you may absolutely just use this as a time to rise up on your toe, just creating some power with your body. So we'll do 10 on one leg, 10 on the other leg, and then we're gonna maybe grab a weight, maybe not. And we're gonna do a jumping jack press, 10, okay? So we're gonna do 10 of everything. This is the moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I thought we were done. But no, we're gonna push just a little bit more, okay? We're gonna do one set of each thing, 10 each, and then we stretch, okay? So join me now. Shake it out, say something positive to yourself. You got this. We're gonna reach one leg back, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake that leg out. Other leg, here we go, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, if you're using weight, grab it. If you're not, do body weight jumping jacks, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. I am so proud of you. That was not easy. I did that whole thing with you, so I know. I'm sweating, for sure. So definitely give yourself that inner smile. Start stretching with me and just celebrate this time that you spent for you to build your energy, to build your strength, to become more and more the best version of yourself so you can show up in the world for everybody else in the way that you want to. Okay, let's reach one arm up overhead. Catch that elbow. So I've got my right elbow. I'm going to reach my right foot behind and just stretch my body to the side. So just start to slow your breath down now. Taking a little bit deeper breaths. Let's take that the other direction. Step one foot behind, catch the other elbow. And side body stretch. So let this be a time to train your nervous system that we can put ourselves into a stress state, like exercise is a deliberate stress state, and then we can let our body come down out of that stress state. So taking a little hamstring stretch here, breathing in, getting just a little bit taller, and then exhaling, reaching our chest forward. I hope you feel so proud of everything your body can do, of everything you accomplished in this workout. Know that it's here for you to come back to again and again so that you can continue to get stronger, continue to check in with some of those self-assessments, the push-ups, and some of the other movements like the side planks. Those are great self-assessments where you can check in and see how much stronger you're getting as you continue to just practice and be consistent. So take one more inhale, reach it forward. And then let's cross this leg over. Give your knee a little hug. Get nice and tall through your spine. Maybe reach this arm behind and twist. Sigh out any additional stress or tension that's in your body right now. And then let's do the other side. Hug it in. Get nice and tall and then reach that arm up and around. I hope this workout served you, and I hope it leaves you feeling energized, elevated, and inspired for the rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining me.